watching the rhyme, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shits, subscribe, and then we'll get a closer look at... Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Toys R Us exclusive Hydra Enforcer and Hydra Soldier 2-pack. I gotta give a big thanks to my friend Chu for finding these out in the wild and selling this to me. Thank you so much, Chu. I'm so happy to have this 2-pack set. Anyway, on the side you can see the Enforcer right over there. Now on the very back you can see product shots of both figures. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. Then we get the Soldier right over there. And then on the top, not much going on, and not much going on at the bottom either. So let's get to it and crack these things open. And here are the Hydra Soldiers out of the packaging. And I'm very pleased that we're seeing 2-pack army builders again from Hasbro. Thank you so much for doing this. I hope to see more 2-pack army builders. I'm really stoked about both of these. We're mostly getting, a straight up re-release with this guy over here with some changes, but I'm really excited about the Enforcer over there. However, we're going to first take a look at the Soldier. Now this 2-pack comes with an assortment of weapons, but I like to designate these two weapons over here to the Soldier, and of course you can have the Enforcer holding these two if you wish. But we've seen this shotgun before with the Punisher figure, and I gotta say I really like this gunmetal gray plastic color. It's not a deep gunmetal gray, kind of lighter, but still darker than some of the flat gray colors that we've seen in the past. You can see there's a little bit of shimmery to it. Nice little shimmer in there, a little bit of marbling too. Then we get this Gatling gun that we've seen before, or this fake Gatling gun thingy, and it looks pretty sweet in this color. I do like that. We get the Hydra logo right over there. That looks very good, and yeah, you can see paint on my fingers still from painting the baby's room. And then we also get this vest over here for this Hydra Soldier. Now again, we've seen this figure before. It came out during the Winter Soldier wave, and just as a comparison, you can see this is the one that we'd gotten back in the day. Slightly darker flesh tone, but the same sculpt and everything, very, very similar. The older one does not have the Hydra logo on the shoulder, and you can see the Hydra logo on the shoulders over there and on this side as well, so I really like that. But the straps and everything are the same, and he has the belt right over there. The color green looks exactly the same too, so I think they blend in very well together. If anything, I guess the older one has a slightly brighter yellow color, but yeah, they're the same figure, and that's fine with me. I like that. But we get this interchangeable vest, which I really dig, so that really changes things up for me. I really like that a lot. Get a beautiful yellow color right over here, and then we get some silver on that buckle, so it's looking pretty cool. And they still have a hole right there, so you can port it on there. I think we may have seen this before with a Captain America figure. Shoot, now I can't remember off the top of my head. But we can go ahead and remove this right here. It just unpegs like so, and we could pop the head off, and then we could take this off the top of the head right over there, and then wrap that around. And then I like to throw the arms back like how you would if you're actually putting on a vest. One thing I have to mention is that this belt pops off a lot easier for me than I'd like it to. I'd actually made a dummy mistake and went ahead and took a bunch of pictures of these figures with this guy not having his belt on, so oopsie. That kind of happens to me when I'm kind of, got a lot of stuff on my plate. I make the dummies, I call them the dummies. I make stupid mistakes. But anyway, putting this on, there you go. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Then you can plop this head sculpt right back on here, and there that goes. And we get a brand new look for our Hydra Soldier, and I love that. That is great. I think that's really cool. I really dig that a lot. Then we get some alternate heads with this guy. Both of them we've seen before. You can go ahead and put a shield agent head. That's, I guess, a Hydra Soldier head sculpt now. But yeah, I don't like having a shield agent head sculpt reused for a Hydra Soldier. That just doesn't really make me too happy. I mean, I like the idea of them having a gas mask and everything, and again, this belt popped off on me. And then we also get the Udon Taskmaster head sculpt that you can use right here. And I don't ever remember seeing Hydra Soldiers looking like this. I mean, if you have a recollection of that, please let me know. But yeah, I'm not going to have them displayed like that at all. I'm just going to go ahead and stick with the regular Hydra Soldier head sculpt. And I'm skipping the articulation because we are seeing the Bucky Cap mold, and if you're not familiar with the Bucky Cap mold already, well then, what the hell's wrong with you, man? Then for the other two weapons that we get over here with these figures, aside from the knife, We get this gun, which is fake. Over here, we've seen this before. It came with the Nuke figure, so you can see it's the same mold and everything. I do like this gray, though. Again, it's the same gray as we'd seen on the other two weapons. And I really like that Hasbro is using a more realistic color. I had complained about that before. Like, these are the guns that we'd gotten with the first single-carded Hydra soldiers, and, you know, that always kind of bothered me. It kind of looked so goofy looking. I do prefer the more realistic look. And then we have this bazooka that we've seen before. Again, get some serious marbling over there, which is a little unfortunate, but still, I'm glad that we get these weapons. Now, looking at the head sculpt of this guy, and I have to admit, I am not really familiar with the Enforcer. I did look it up, and I wasn't able to find anything from the comics, but I did find that there was the Hydra Brute, which I guess is from a video game, so I guess there you go. But this isn't even exactly that, because he has the sleeves on and everything. This body is mostly retooled from the Nuke figure. We get the same vest from Nuke and everything. And we get the same Nuke legs and arms and stuff, but I think this looks really good. And I have to give a big shout out to Mr. Phils for calling this figure being a new figure at San Diego Comic-Con before it was actually announced, because this was behind the display glass, and he was like, dude, that's a new figure. That's got to be a new figure. And he hella called it, so yep, good job, Mr. Phils. I had to say that. But anyway, we get some nice shells right over here strapped in there. And we have these grenades, nice silver on the buckles and everything. Again, I love the clean deco of the Hydra logo on the side. And we get another one right there on the other shoulder. Then there's a brute butt, and then we get these Nuke legs that we've seen before, which are pretty nice. And you have these knee pads, which I wish were colored, you know, slightly differently, you know, or maybe color these straps right here. It kind of looks a little bland. And then we get the yellow right there for the boots. And again, I'd like to see color variation for the laces and whatnot, you know. Just all yellow right there. It's just kind of strange to me. We still get the peg holes. Then he has the knife right over here, and you can just pull that out, and yeah, it looks very good. I like it. One thing that does bother me, though, with this figure is that he does not have any trigger fingers sticking out on either side. That's bothersome for me, you know? I want him to have a finger that will go through the trigger hole, so he's got to hold his weapons like that, and that's always just a little bit awkward. But anyway, we get some display options over here. You can pop his head off, and you can use that Nuke head sculpt right over there and just make it, you know, a crazy Hydra soldier kind of guy. Yeah, it looks alright. Not my favorite of the interchangeable head sculpts, but I think the paint came out really well on this. You know, the teeth and the mouth look really good. I love that scar going up and down. And if there's a Hydra soldier or a Hydra brute that looks like this from the comics, let me know, but I don't ever remember seeing that. So that's pretty cool. You know, you get another head, you know, if you want to customize an Eddie Brock out of that, you know, you get that option. But the one I really like is this new head sculpt over here. Oh man, that is stiff. Yeah, it's tough getting that on there. But yeah, that looks really nice. I like that a lot. The way they're sculpting these heads, or this newer head, just fits on there much better. Now, a gripe I do have with this are some of these lines are too symmetrical. I don't know, man. It's like, you know, you get this V shape right over here. God, my fingers look nasty. I swear I washed my hands. But I do like it for the most part, you know. It's got big old burly man lips right there, which is kind of funny looking. And then looking at that 5 o'clock shadow, it is, I mean, it's a little bit goofy, man. I mean, he has one of those, it's like his beard is exactly as long as his hair. I always thought that's funny when dudes have that going on. I think I've had that happen to me once before, actually. But yeah, I like having a new head sculpt. So even though I think it looks a little bit funny in some ways, I still like having it. I did have an extra bit of plastic right there, and I had to like flick that off, and then, oh, I lost some paint. There is a little bit of green seeping through there, which I think is kind of strange, right? You can see that. I don't know what the heck that is, or maybe that's seamage or something, but yeah, a little bit of green seeping through there. But for the most part, I'm happy to have this new head sculpt over here. And I just had to see how the head looked on the Venom body mold, and I think that actually looks really cool. So yeah, the way they've shaped this head for this Hyperion body mold just works so much better now. One thing that you can do, and another display option, is that you can unbutton this right there, and you could remove this jacket. I'd taken some pictures of him like that, and it does help with articulation, which I'll get into right now. So I will have an articulation segment. You can move the head up that much, and you can move his head downward that far. You get side-to-side movement, no head wobblage, and then the shoulders can move outward that far. They move down only that much, and you can rotate 360. We get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and both wrists swivel side to side and hinge up and down. Now, with the vest buttoned up and everything, he can only, oh, actually, he crunches forward that far, which is not bad, and then back that much. If you want to pop this open, you get a little bit more movement, and you got to move this over that bottom belt right there. So he will move a lot more with that open and back like that. Now you get the waist swivel, and the hip joints move outward very far. You can move them out that much, and he will kick forward that far and back a little bit. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees that only bend in that far. We get the boot rotation, and then we get ankles that move down, pretty toes, and then you can move his ankles up, and then you get the ankler pivot. Now to measure out these two figures, you can see that the Enforcer or Brute is standing over 7 inches tall, and the regular Hydra Soldier is standing just a little over 6.5 inches tall. Then here's the 2-pack Hydra Soldiers next to the single-carded Hydra Soldier that we'd gotten from the Winter Soldier Wave a few years back, and I am still confused exactly how I'm going to fit these guys in my display. You can see the 3 single-carded Hydra Soldiers on my shelf right over here. I don't know, may have to rework that whole shelf entirely to fit those in there. And then here's our 2 new Hydra Soldiers next to the Marvel Legends Nuke figure, and you can see the resemblances between the Brute over here and Nuke. And I'm very curious, I gotta try something here. Okay, so I took the vests off, and you could see that they both have the Nuke head sculpts on there, and yeah, the neck looks a little bit strange on these, right? That looks just a little bit weird to me, like the neck is too long. But leaving this guy right here, putting the new head sculpt on this guy, you could see that this new head sculpt rests a lot lower, and it's smaller in size too. So I really appreciate that a lot. I think this fits into proportion so much better, right? Can you see the improvement over there? I do. It looks a lot more natural to me. I like it. And that helmeted or masked head sculpt fits on there better as well. So yeah, I'm happy that Hasbro's improved on this. And then here's both figures next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. So again, I'm very happy that we have these 2 figures. And I'm really stoked that Hasbro has really been listening to their consumers. Not just me personally with, like, you know, these gray guns instead of the funky colored guns, but a lot of people out there have asked for Army Builder 2-packs, and I have not been very vocal about that, so it just shows that they have been listening to their consumers, and I think that is fantastic, and I'm very happy with these 2. I would want to pick up another set if it wasn't for my space issue. I'm just very low on space, but man, I really like them a lot. Eventually I'll probably get 2 of these. I don't know. We'll see. If the opportunity arises in the future, I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this 2-pack. Let me know what you think of the review. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want more ShartimusPrime videos coming your way, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell to ensure that my videos are showing up in your feed, because YouTube can get wonky sometimes. I gotta give a big thanks to all these people over here for supporting this YouTube channel. Link in the description below if you're interested. If you're not interested, well, I'll have a new review for you guys tomorrow. If you want to check out a photo gallery of images, that'll be up at marvelousnews.com, and you can follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links all in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. I'm gonna play with my toys today. I'm gonna play with my toys today. I'm gonna play with my toys today. Well, I don't care what the strangers say. I'm gonna play with my toys today.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,